One thing about traveling around the world is I've noticed that America has me train bad. And what I mean by this is I just spent the last like 2 weeks wandering Turkey and I was traveling with a friend and I feel like she was doing a much better job of this. But after traveling with her for 2 weeks, I noticed that I tend to be on pretty like high alert and I'm almost always expecting people to take advantage of me. And it's definitely something that I noticed about myself in Turkey because that's just not how the Turkish move. It was a very incredible experience and people showed us so much generosity. If I could summarize that in two quick stories, I'd highlight one was when I dropped my rental car off yesterday in Turkey. I had to stop like in the middle of nowhere and get gas, and people pump gas there for you, which is something I've seen there abroad. And I don't know why, but for some reason, I thought that this like required tip, or I thought the guy was gonna try to take advantage of me. And I just found myself like obsessing over like what they charged us at the pump and making sure that it was valid and trying to like break down the receipt. And I think in that moment, especially when I went inside and there were like two or three Turkish men gathered around me, because and I'm in the middle of nowhere Turkey. So they were just like interested in me. They were so kind, as everybody always has been in Turkey. The second example is when I dropped my friend off at the airport. We're hugging, saying goodbyes, all the nice words and just having like a cute little chuckle. And one of the Turkish people that's like waving traffic comes over and starts like talking to us. And she's like, hey, like there's something leaking under your car. Like your car is leaking. So we both like look and I'm like, oh, the AC is running. The car's still running. Like, I'm pretty sure that's just AC. And she thought it was oil. But I'm like, that was such like a representative experience of like how my time in Turkey was. Like people go out of their way to be considerate, and it's just been such a rare thing that, especially as like a black traveler, I've experienced that. And I'm just gonna be 100% like vulnerable and say a lot of times when I'm traveling, I feel like being black is like often a hurdle, but I would say Turkey is probably only one of three countries that I've ever been where I felt like it was an advantage being black in the country. Like I just felt like I got so much additional respect and curiosity and kindness, or maybe that's just also who the Turkish are.